the call of yesterday's Liberty Fever game and joins us now on SportsCenter alongside her dogs in the background. Apparently, they want to be in the interview as well. 32 points, 8 rebounds, and 9 assists for Caitlin Clark. This is after missing 5 games with a quad. What stood out most about Caitlin's performance yesterday?
What stood out most to me, Amina, was that Caitlin Clark, even being out for those 3 weeks, did something on the basketball court that I've never seen a player do in the WNBA, and that was that stretch that you were just talking about, that 38-second stretch where she came down and hit not just 3 threes, but 3 bomb threes.
Rebecca Lobo just unleashed a truth bomb so loud it probably made Caitlin Clark's jumper blink. After the Liberty game, she didn't simply sound off. She went full detonation mode, leaving everyone wondering if Clark's hype train finally slammed into its first real speed bump. What sparked it? Why did she choose now? And are we about to enter WNBA drama so wild the Kardashians would start taking notes? Strap in, because whatever Lobo just exposed has the entire league bracing for impact, and fans choosing sides like it's Game 7 with no timeouts left.
Caitlin Clark, the thing that impresses me most about her is her ability to step up in big moments. When the bright lights are on, Caitlin Clark is also on. She went off last night for 32 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds, and 7 3-pointers. Now, you guys, she had been out for over 2 weeks with a quad injury, and some were wondering if she was going to have minutes restrictions, how much she was going to be playing, if she was going to be up to full speed. And she clearly was. There was a point during the game where she had 3 3-pointers in 38 seconds. And these weren't just regular old 3-pointers. These were her signature logo threes from feet behind the 3.
So now, finally, after Caitlin Clark has spent a whole season turning every court into her personal mixtape, ESPN decides to rise from its months-long coma. Like that one student who remembers the project is due today, they come stumbling in with coffee breath, pretending they've been locked in since day one. Suddenly she's not just the rookie anymore. Nope. Now she's the spiritual mashup of Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird, and a sprinkle of Steph Curry, served with a big, steaming side of disrespect-powered revenge.
But today, we saw Caitlin have an unbelievable half. And a decent second half, in my opinion. Look, 6 assists. 6 assists, again, did turn the ball over a little bit, which wasn't the greatest half, but 7.6 assists, 4 boards is not a bad half. Like, that's 14-12 she was on for that for the whole time. That's actually, that's not bad at all, to be honest. That's really not bad.
It took Clark dropping dimes, splashing logo threes, and hauling an entire franchise on her back like she's Frodo dragging the One Ring through Mordor before ESPN finally tossed her more than a 20-second cameo wedged between a pickleball update and a deep dive on LeBron's beard. And even then, you could feel the hesitation in the studio, like they wanted to give her credit, but were still battling the whiplash from months of acting like she didn't exist.
The delusional fan base that follows her disrespected the WNBA players by saying she's going to go in that league and tear it apart. These people are so disrespectful and so unknowledgeable and so stupid. And Diana said it best. This kid's in for a rude awakening. This kid's on the wrong team. She's got the wrong skill set to handle the physicality of that league. This rookie class isn't even one of the best rookie classes in the last 10 years. She's just not built for the physicality of this league. Yeah, and she's not quick enough to get away from the physicality.
Suddenly they're shocked she's good. Shocked, as if she didn't spend college casually dropping 40 while being double-teamed, triple-teamed, and occasionally stalked by overmotivated mascots. But now that the bandwagon is finally rolling, ESPN is sprinting alongside it, trying to pretend they were the ones who built the wheels. This is the same network that used to show Clark's highlights with the excitement of someone reviewing tax forms. Now they can't stop replaying her latest no-look pass like it's the Zapruder film. Did you see the spin on that? They gasp as if it's brand new information that Caitlin Clark can hoop at a generational level. She didn't just show up to the league, she's rewriting the entire broadcast script one game at a time.
In the first quarter where the New York Liberty had an 11-point lead and Indiana needed her to come out and do that to kind of get back into the game. Her passing was on point. Her scoring. Steph White took her out a little bit more, gave her a little bit more rest than we're accustomed to seeing from Caitlin Clark. She still played 30 minutes in the game, but that she had no rust, had a performance like that, and you could see the joy on her face, especially in that interaction you saw with Breanna Stewart about how happy she was to be back on the floor.
Yeah, missed those 5 games with a quad injury, but definitely looked like she did not miss a step at all. Clark tied her career high for 3-pointers with 7.
ESPN is out here furiously rewriting their notes like a teacher realizing they spent the whole semester grading the wrong kid's test. And the funniest part? The instant tone shift. One week it was, Caitlin still adjusting to WNBA speed. The next week it's, Caitlin Clark is the future of basketball. Oh really? Was the future blurry back when she shattered NCAA records that had cobwebs on them? Or when she pulled more viewers than an NBA playoff game just by stepping onto the court? They went from let's wait and see, to she's the savior of the sport faster than Angel Reese can roll her eyes. And the visuals? My God, the visuals. ESPN went from showing crusty low-res Clark highlights that looked like they were shot on a flip phone taped to a hamster, to now delivering cinematic replays, slow-mo breakdowns, swooping camera angles, and highlight packages that look like Marvel Studios supervised the edit. It's suddenly Clark Vision 24/7. In-depth dissections of her footwork, her passing angles, her release point, even the structural integrity of her post-game hair bun, like it's classified intelligence. One more big night from her and they'll air her grocery runs in full 4K IMAX. Because ESPN finally realized that a player with charisma, raw talent, and nuclear-level clutch gene is worth more than their endless carousel of hot takes. And now they're all in. Commentators are gushing like middle schoolers at a boy band concert. Analysts are backpedaling from their early season lukewarm takes like they're dodging traffic. And the segments? Now we've got How Clark Changed the Game, as if it didn't take them 27 games and a global petition to admit what everyone else already knew.
Back as fans and go, you know, this is wonderful. This is great. We get to watch. We have bleacher seats here, and we get to adore these athletes. Look at Caitlin Clark, how she's kept.
Oh yeah.
Just taken over the country, and for that matter, maybe the world, and how she's encouraged so many young girls now to participate in sports, whether it's basketball or soccer or volleyball. My dad used to always say, the greatest thing about sports is that you learn so much about real life. You learn how to be unselfish. You learn how to be dedicated. You learn how to work hard. You learn how to win. And then you learn how to pick yourself up off the ground when you lose. And that's what life is all about. And so I just have so much respect for so many of these athletes that come along now. And as a fan, I just love it.
They've even started dragging guests onto shows just to gush about her. Tell us how amazing Caitlin is. They plead like it's a group therapy session for everyone who missed the bandwagon and is now processing their regret. And if anyone dares to go against the new script, oh, they get side-eyed like someone who claps when a plane lands. Because in the church of ESPN, Caitlin Clark has now been fully canonized. Saint 3 Point of Iowa. While ESPN is busy building altars and chiseling her face onto the Mount Rushmore of W coverage, Caitlin's just out there hooping like it's any random Tuesday. She's not asking for validation, she's extracting it, possession by possession. And the fans? They knew from day one. They had the shirts, the receipts, the nosebleeds, the sold-out arenas long before ESPN bothered to stop acting like Iowa was a sleep aid. Now that her highlights are pulling views like slot machines, ESPN is treating them like Bitcoin, posting, reposting, clipping, remixing, monetizing, doing everything short of auctioning off the raw footage to pay off the guilt they built up for ignoring her all season. And of course they're pretending they were believers from the jump. Just like those guys who always knew Bitcoin was a great investment after it hit 60K.